Hello travelers, my name is Bryce and I read tarot. Welcome to Occult Gate. Hello travelers, welcome back to another pick a card. For those of you who are new, my name's Bryce. I'm glad you're here. You know, I've been really working hard to ensure that I'm bringing you guys pick a cards content as consistently and regularly as I can. I can foresee that becoming easier. It's already getting easier, and really, I'm really excited about this channel. I have a very big vision for where I want to take it, and you know, while things have gone pretty well up until this point, you know, I haven't quite brought it to where I want it to go. There's much more I want to bring you guys as far as content's concerned, and you know, I really appreciate all of you who are here now, and especially those who have been here since the beginning. It blows me away every time I see one of you guys comment that's been here since, you know, some of you been here since my first video. You know, it just really, it's really cool to see you guys still around. I really appreciate all of you. You guys have really helped build this channel and make it what it is. So, you know, my gratitude goes out to you, and I couldn't possibly express my appreciation to you enough. You know, trying to follow in my great-grandfather's footsteps. He read tarot for a living, practiced divination, things like that. It's always been my dream to do this. And, you know, never would I have thought that this was going to happen. And, you know, thank you guys for helping make my dream come true. You know, this is where I feel at home. This is my element. So I take this very seriously. I do want to remind you guys that I do offer private readings. You can check that out at occultgate.com in the services section. Also, if you enjoy my pick a cards, feel free to leave me a tip. I have a large family, so any little bit helps. I'll leave the information in the description below, also here on the screen. Consider supporting me on Patreon if you'd like. Big shout out to all my current Patreon supporters. I haven't forgotten you guys. I've got some really special things in the works for you. In the coming weeks, we should be seeing lots of changes. I know I've said that before, but you know, I'm still working on it, and I'm grinding my gears. Really, you know, I'm trying to bring you the best that I can, and you know, because this is really important to me. You know, I've talked about making other types of videos, like, you know, about manifestation, law of attraction, occult principles, things like that. Even guided meditations. I am working on that right now. I want it to be something different than what is typically seen on YouTube. It's in my nature, you know. I do feel like I could offer different things, different perspectives, and I'm really excited about that. So it won't be too much longer now, and you should be seeing that. Really excited about it. So anyway, I thought that today we could ask the cards a question that, you know, I haven't really done these types of questions too much. I think I've done one other no contact pick a card. So this is for you travelers out there who have requested more no contact type of pick a cards. And this one is consulting the cards, asking, why haven't they texted back? So this is a no contact. Why haven't they texted me back? And we're going to try to gain insight into why, into what this person's thinking and what caused them to, stop contact. Also, we'll try to figure out if you can expect this person to contact you again soon, if you should attempt to contact this person or pursue anything with them at all. And also we'll try to look at what is going on with them. So, without further ado, as you can see in front of me, I have 4 groups of cards: Group Alpha, Group Beta, Group Gamma, Group Delta. Now all I need you to do is to sit back, relax, close your eyes, and breathe. With each breath, I want you to feel your body relaxing more and more until your connection with it dissipates. I want you to clear out all the fuzz and all the distortion, all the random pieces of information, and all the random thoughts left over from your mundane life. Feel them just flowing outward with each breath until you're left with nothing other than your mind. It's just you and your mind now. I want you to think about and focus on the person that you're asking about today. Visualize them. Watch them materialize in front of you. And once they do, I want you to look at them and ask yourself the question, why did they stop texting me? And once you've done that, I want you to open your eyes and choose the group of cards that stands out to you the most. I know that some of you at times have trouble picking. If that's the case, I recommend you give the Wheel of Divination a try. Let's see what the cards reveal. All right, Group Alpha. Well, we're asking the cards why it is that this person initiated no contact with you, why it is that they stopped texting you. Um, and, I'm laying out quite an extensive spread here just to get really good insight into why it is this person would have stopped. Um, I'm seeing right away that it's likely the person you're asking about, um, according to the Nine of Swords, is someone who worries quite a lot. This is someone who appears to be quite anxious, worrisome for the most part. This is someone who may have unrealistic fears about things, and this is pertaining to relationships in general. I'm seeing that one of the major challenges that this person has with this relationship, with the relationship with you, however extensive it may or may not be, is that they seem to have sort of given up on something. Uh, it seems as though they are kind of cutting their losses, and they've decided in one way or another that they're not going to get what they want out of this relationship. And you may be wondering what that is. Well, um, I am seeing a subconscious need within this person to be with someone. They do want partnership, they do want union with someone. The problem is that due to their anxiety and their anxious nature, I don't think that this is going to be the type of person that will easily trust anyone. Uh, you know, uh, but when it comes to this interaction that you've had with this person, I do see at the forefront of what was driving them is represented by the Devil card. And this tells me that there's something physical that they wanted out of it. And it's likely here that that means that they were expecting, sex, something like that. Now, it could be some other kind of material desire or need, but I find that unlikely. In some cases, that may be true. Um, and, I don't want you to get this wrong. This person isn't uh, only after that. But there is um, this lust or obsessive desire within them that really expects that to sort of confirm things for them. This person has a very cynical nature. They don't expect the best out of people. And likely they kind of seem impatient at times. So, this person at some point decided, well, I'm not going to get what I want out of this interaction. So they have made it appear at least they've moved on. And I'm seeing that this person feels like that in the past they put in a lot of work towards getting what they want. And it may have been apparent. They felt like they were not getting what they wanted out of all this. Um, I think, needless to say, this person appears to be a little selfish in their interactions. It may not have been obvious, but it probably was. Um, and I see in the future that this person is going to continue moving on, doing as they do. That they're not happy within themselves, so they are sort of on the search. They're going to move from one to the other, doing the same thing. Uh, there's something damaged about this person. There's something that has hurt them in the past. I can see that. And as far as their interactions with you, I can see a lot of what they've told you. At first there was a lot of, fiery, passionate type talk, a lot of promises of potential there, likely that you felt. This person would have made it seem like there were some real potential for great things to happen, that they had good intentions, and things like that. This person would have done a good job at making you feel like, oh, well, this is worth my time. That being said, this person also would have appealed to fond memories, things like that. It could be that you've had a past with this person, that you've known them in the past, or otherwise this person sort of struck you as someone who is a little innocent, um, and they were appealing to those types of feelings, that sort of reminded you of safety, childhood, things like that. This person, really would have struck you at first as someone who, very kind, warm, generous, and innocent. And also, there's likely of talk. It's likely there was talk of some sort of soul connection, or that they had felt like, oh, that you guys were meant to be. I see a lot of big talk here, a lot of promises, things like that. But really, unfortunately, I think a lot of this was driven by a motivation to achieve one thing. Um, you know, Deep down, what they were really thinking is, while this person was promising you all these uh, opportunities and potentials that you were seeing, really this person deep down feels defeated. They feel like they've given up on lots of things when it comes to relationships, love, things like that. This person has lost faith in other people to a degree, and really they are operating on a very basic and physical level. I see that. And also, while a lot of this talk was occurring, this person, uh, was sort of coming into the situation as someone who's been wounded, and they're very defensive with the reality of who they are. There are a lot of barriers here. I'm seeing that, and this person is very unlikely to let these down for just anyone. That being said, I do see that this person, uh, in at least some corner of their mind, did to some degree mean what they said. They did have hopes that things could turn into something beautiful. And they have always fostered these hopes, and I do see a need for that. They are very lonely. I do see that they found you very attractive, and but unfortunately, these other negative feelings kind of imbalance out this feeling, this need of something in the future, that they wanted to build some sort of security, stability with you. They really, they have these hopes, but they do not have the belief in this sort of thing. They don't think it's possible. So it's likely that much of what they had been saying to you, um, they didn't quite mean, and they were really trying to be a little manipulative when they figured out that it wasn't going to work as smoothly, or that they were not going to get quite what they wanted out of the situation. They, walked away. And now I can see that this person is likely waiting. Um, they're likely moving on, trying to do the same thing with someone else. Um, if you are trying to contact them, it's very likely that at some point they will contact you again and try this whole situation over again. I wouldn't expect a lot from this person, to be honest with you. If you're asking whether or not they're worth your time, I think the answer would be no here. I think that you would be much better off moving on to someone else. So, I hope this answers your question, Group Alpha. If you like tarot picker cards, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think. Comments down below. I love hearing it. And, follow me on Instagram if you like. Thanks for watching. All right, Group Beta. We're asking the question here, why this person has cut off contact with you, why they stopped texting. I've laid out quite an extensive spread, and The reason I'm laying out such an extensive spread is so we can get a good idea of a lot of the factors that are playing into this, what they've been saying to you, what they really think, what they're doing, and what you can expect likely. So what I'm seeing right away is that this person you're asking about is likely someone who, at least at first, came off to you as someone who's very kind, sweet, warm, and gentle. And this could be someone that you have known in the past. But I'm almost certain that this person would be someone who's struck you as very kind and sweet. The problem that they have in this whole situation is that really what they were wanting and what they were after was adoration. They wanted recognition and attention. Maybe they weren't getting enough of that from you. That was a big factor here. There's also an element here of control, or rather pride. There's something that they were wanting out of the situation. And maybe, they didn't feel like you liked them enough, or that you, paid enough attention to them. Something like that. I can see that, leading up to this situation, this person seemed to be very confident to you, and also someone who was very passionate, and seemed to really have a lot of good intentions coming into it. But in their mind, I can see that, deep down, I'm seeing the Death card, which tells me that something has changed with the way that they looked at this whole situation. In their mind, they have ended it. I don't see any intention of contacting you again. This could have been for many reasons. I do see in the forefront of their mind what was driving this whole situation is Page of Wands, and that tells me that they did have romantic intentions. They did see potential here, but there was also a little bit of a gullibility. Maybe they expected a little more than was realistic. Maybe they expected things to move quicker than they did. This person is someone who's going to be very needy, very, they want attention. They need to be built up. They need to be made to feel like they're so special and that they're great. And for one reason or another, something about the interaction you've had with them kind of shattered that for them. Something really, disturbed the way they feel in that way. And in the future, I see them not trying to contact you, and likely not reciprocating any of the contact. They're not interested in pursuing this any further for some reason. This person, I wouldn't stress about that too much, because this is someone who is really just after attention. This is someone who's really quite selfish, and they have sort of a childish approach to things. Despite their outward appearance of someone who's very sweet, which they kind of were in their interactions with you, I can see that a lot of their motivations and their intentions weren't quite in line with that. I can see that in their interactions with you, they sort of at first approached you as someone who was maybe heartbroken, sad, disappointed, or depressed. It's likely they sought pity from you in some way or form. This was just another form of them wanting attention. And more likely than not, this was some sort of tactic. I do see that, they try to portray themselves as someone who's very kind, caring, loving, nurturing, but at the same time, uh, uh, try to portray themselves as someone who has more than they actually do. Um, someone who is very on top of their game, things like that. But, they try to appear very humble at the same time. And it's likely that this felt like it might be a little too good to be true. You might have detected something fishy about the whole situation. And they did probably do a lot of talking about how you make them feel better, how you make them feel whole, and things like that. And they tried to make it seem very promising to you, but really they were after some sort of attention or recognition from you. I see, their thoughts deep down as these interactions were occurring. Uh, when they were telling you that they were depressed and all these things, I see the Two of Pentacles, which tells me that really they were just playing around. This was a game to them. And they've done this before. Also, when they were telling you that they have all these things, or maybe they were telling you about they have more than they really do. This was a ploy to sort of confuse you about the reality of this situation. They were trying to project an image of themselves to you that was not quite in line with the truth of it. Also, when they're telling you that you make them feel whole, that you make them feel complete, this was their attempt at charming you. This was really, it was manipulation. It was not something that you would likely want out of someone. It's quite honestly, this would probably be someone that you would not want to waste your time on. They're very good at seeming sweet and honest, things like that. But this person really is someone who is just after attention. Very needy. This person would be very draining. This might be an energy vampire type person. So I think this is important to keep in mind, Group Beta. If you're asking whether or not you should pursue anything with this person, I would say almost definitely no. This person is not likely to contact you back, and you're likely better off because of it. They may have left you wondering what happened, what was that all about. They may have given you very little to react to, but really they were not getting this attention that they needed. So they've moved on to try to get that elsewhere, and that's really all they're really after. So Group Beta, I hope this helps. If you like tarot pick-a cards, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I love hearing it. Follow me on Instagram if you like. And thanks for watching. All right, Group Gamma. I've laid out quite an extensive spread here. The reason I've done such an extensive spread, asking the question why this person cut contact off, why they stopped texting. The reason I've done this extensive spread is so that we can get a really good insight into what's going on, what they're thinking, what they've said, and what's really the case, and whether or not you can expect them to contact you again. So what I'm getting here is that the person you're asking about is likely someone who is well off financially. This is a strong possibility. This is someone who is probably known to be pretty stable and secure as far as financial matters go. This is also someone who seems a little protective of what they have, and they sort of seem like they have something to lose in a situation like this. That also being said, this is someone who is sort of resistant to change. because of the situation they're in. This is someone who does not uh, want to disturb their current situation. Um, and that's what I'm seeing as their main challenge in this whole interaction between you two. The Two of Swords, this tells me that this person does not want to disturb things. And this likely has to do with things the way they are in their life. You know, this has a lot to do with why they cut contact off. I could see that. And this isn't a typical reading I've seen, uh, with this question being asked. This is a little different. It's interesting. I'm seeing in the past, what led up to this situation in this interaction between you two. This card tells me that this person has felt very short on ability to make decisions in this situation. They felt very unable to act on anything that they want. They feel as if there was very little they could do. And there might have been a sense of uselessness in the interaction that they've had with you. It is likely quite limited because of their situation. They felt like from the very beginning that there is very little that they can do about things because of their situation. So I'm seeing, in the back of their mind, what's driving this no contact situation is the Tower. And this tells me that this isn't your typical no contact situation. It's likely that this came as quite a surprise. But then again, maybe not, just because of the tone of things. This tells me that something had happened in this person's life to where they had to deal with that, and they sort of had to put you guys' interaction on the back burner. I'm also seeing that this person feels like you make them whole. They enjoy talking to you. They really have high hopes for you, but like I said, there's something really blocking their situation, and there is definitely an unwillingness on their part to change. They don't want to disturb things. They feel like they have a lot to lose. I do see that they have a vision, and they are starting to form a plan of what they can do about this, and it is possible that in the near future they will find their way out of this situation, and that could have a lot to do with what's just happened that's caused them to cut contact off. This could have been a death in the family. This could have been something of that nature. They are seeing big things on the horizon, and it is possible that once things settle down for them a little bit, I do expect that they will be contacting you back. You just need to give them some time. Um, you know, as far as their interaction with you goes, it's likely that, from the beginning, there's been lots of talk of who they know, you know, how much they'd like to enjoy themselves with you, or maybe even take you places, things like that. They could have been speaking about how they would like to introduce you to their friends, and they would love to be able to do things like this, but their situation is sort of keeping that from happening. And, deep down, what they were thinking when they told you these things, I do see a level of generosity there. They were being honest. They would love bringing you into their life and being able to do so without having to worry as they do. They were actually being honest when they told you these things. Also, I see that there was some talk of heartbreak. It's likely that something has hurt them in the recent past, and they have confided in you about it. Likewise here, what they were really thinking when they told you these things, it did have a lot to do with moving away from these troubled waters and coming to a more calmer place in their life. You've really helped them there. It really seems to me that this person is quite honest. Also, I see that there has been a little bit of pride here. This person has taken pride in their possessions, in what they have and what they've worked for. And they've really not held back in showing off with those things. But, I see their intentions here being very kind. They are really hoping to show you that they are able to care and nurture, and that they are a kind, generous person. Um, you know, wow, Group Gamma, this is a good reading, especially considering the question and how things typically go. Um, you know, you're wondering why this person stopped talking to you. There's something going on in their life that they're having to deal with right now. It's nothing that I think you should worry about. Um, them not talking to you is simply out of necessity. They are definitely thinking about you. They've been quite honest with you up to this point. Um, at the moment, they are unwilling to disturb their situation. But I do see in the future they are going to form a vision and a plan to bring themselves out of this situation, and they will definitely be getting a hold of you again. You can try to get a hold of this person. I don't know how likely it is that they're going to answer you until they are ready. So, Group Game, this is a good reading, and I hope this helps. If you like tarot picket cards, please hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I love hearing it. Follow me on Instagram if you like, and thanks for watching. All right, Group Delta. I've laid out quite an extensive spread here. And the reason I've laid out this extensive spread is so that I can get a really good insight into what's going on here. The factors playing in, what's being thought, what's being said, what can be expected. And what I'm seeing here is the person you're asking about is likely someone who has strong ties to tradition, at least as far as you guys' relationship's concerned. This is likely someone who talks of traditional things or acts in a traditional way, whatever that means for you. And it's likely, in many cases, that much of this situation is centered around something traditional. And I'm seeing one of their major challenges with this situation, this interaction between you two, is a quick turn of events. Something quite unexpected has come up, and this person is, for one reason or another, cutting contact off for right now. I can see that leading up to this situation, there's been a lot of feelings involved. There's been a lot of seeing of new potential and talk of that likely. Um, it's likely that them cutting contact off with you is sort of alarming because you did not expect this. I can see that this person deep down in this situation, they are trying to be strong. They have, up until now, tried to be someone that you could lean on and depend on. This also tells me that the interaction that they've been having with you is something that they plan to stick to as soon as they are able. This tells me also that their feelings toward you have not changed. I can see in the forefront of their mind what's driving them in this situation is that really they want to be the person who is reliable. They want to provide a level of stability and security, but at the same time, they're trying to be strong and authoritative and disciplined. And the good news here is that in the near future, you can definitely expect this person to contact you again. And it's going to be even in a more direct and stimulating manner. This person is going to come back very strong and very stimulating. They're going to be very charming, and much of your worries are going to be alleviated when it comes to this situation. In their interactions with you, I can see that, early on, this person has made it clear that they intend on doing things the right way, in line with tradition and what the way things should be, at least from their view. But deep down, I do see that the reason a lot of this talk came up is because there was strong urges on a physical level. And this was this person's way of keeping those feelings in check, because they really are concerned with doing things the right way as far as tradition is concerned. I can see also that this person has done a lot of talk about the importance of, building the relationship upright, and how this was going to take hard work, things like that. Also likely asking if you were willing to put this work in with them. And, I do see that, behind all that, in their mind, they really are admiring how beautiful and independent you are. And they did feel as if maybe you were too independent, and perhaps you wouldn't be willing to commit to someone like that. And I do see that there has probably been some talk of commitment here. There are definitely some future plans being formed. And it's likely that at this point you're a little disillusioned, thinking that they didn't mean it. It's likely that there are things in their life that you're not quite aware of yet, that has come up. Something that they did not expect. I can also see that this person, has talked about how they don't feel loved in one situation or another. Now, if this person's in another relationship, this would explain the tradition thing. This would explain them talking about it, the importance of doing things the right way. Because if they're in a relationship now, there's no way that this person is going to pursue anything with you much further than they already have without first breaking that off. And that could be what they're doing right now. And if that's the case, this card is telling me that they have been talking to you about how they don't feel loved or supported in their relationship. What's interesting is that here I can see that there is perhaps a level of playing, a level of manipulation. This is their way of, sort of bringing you into their drama, into their ups and downs. But, these types of things aren't uncommon, and this shouldn't be anything too off-putting about this person. This is their way, sort of getting your interest and sort of stimulating an interaction between the two. Because I really do see that this person has strong desires towards you, and also finds you very beautiful or attractive, and really admires your personality and your independence. I definitely would say that you could expect this person to contact you back. You could attempt to contact this person. I'm not sure how much good that's going to do you. When they do contact you back, and it likely won't be too long, you'll learn much of what you need to know, and things will look even more promising then. So, Group Delta, this is a good reading. It looks as though things will work out better than you would have thought. And if that wasn't the case, if this person's already in a relationship, then this could be some sort of issue with their family. This could be something that's came up that they need to deal with. If you like tarot pick-a cards, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I love hearing it. And follow me on Instagram if you like. Thanks for watching.